Welcome to the Professor GV show, where you can learn success through stories. Today I have along with me, Advait Upadhyay. Advait एक small town यूपी के छोटे से टाउन से आए और एक $1 million कंपनी के मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर बन गए. आज आप और हमारे साथ हैं अद्वैत उपाध्याय, जो मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर हैं टैलेंट टेक्नोलॉजीज के. एंड दैट बीइंग सेड, वेलकम टू द प्रोफेसर जी शो अद्वैत. इट्स अ प्लेजर टू हैव यू हियर. एंड आज अद्वैत हम जानना चाहेंगे कि आपकी कहानी क्या है. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट योर स्टोरी. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट हिम, हाउ ही टर्न्ड हिमसेल्फ फ्रॉम अ स्मॉल time UP boy into this glorious man, a managing director of Talent Technologies. Advait, मुझे बताओ क्या था अद्वैत के बचपन कैसा था आपका? How was your childhood? क्या था?
So like you said that I was born in a small town of eastern UP, and I mean there are two noble professions well known in India. One is farming and the other is teaching.
Definitely.
So they both have remained in my blood, in my family. My father is a farmer. My mother has been a teacher, and my grandparents they were also into teaching profile. So since the childhood, my parents put enough focus on my studies that I have to be laborious in these studies, and I have to score good marks. And I was studying in the same school in which my mother was teaching.
अच्छा.
So teachers सारी जानती थी मुझे भी and मेरी mother को भी. So I would not say that it was an easy journey for me, because rather it was tough, because मम्मी की ओर से कभी कोई सपोर्ट नहीं मिला कि अच्छा नहीं मैं तो करा दूंगी तेरा ये, ऐसा कुछ था नहीं. So but yeah, I was pretty average in terms of studies. I always kept on scoring 77.
भाई बहन कितने थे आप?
I am the only child of my parents.
अच्छा.
No siblings.
अच्छा. So challenges क्या थे when you were growing up, apart from कि यार आप अपने मदर के स्कूल में थे, और challenges क्या थे आपके?
So challenges were like we came from a very little town and a small town, and our financial condition was not good. So we belonged to although we belonged to a landlord family, but still I would say that we were a lower middle class family when it came to the finances. So before farming, my father was in government job. Somehow he lost his job, and then he had to involve himself in some part-time businesses. And those were some tough times in late 90s. I guess it was 1996.
अच्छा.
So my father used to work for 12 to 15 hours a day, and his daily wages were 25 rupees a day.
Oh my God. अच्छा.
And my mother used to teach in 2 schools simultaneously, and she was getting 1,500 rupees a month.
अच्छा.
So 2,350 rupees were total income of my family in 1996.
Wow.
जिसमें से I think 1,000 रुपये तो मेरी स्कूल फीस होती थी. So in the other 1,350 rupees we had to buy clothes, we had to buy our bread and butter, and to take care of some medicines and all.
And as a young child, आप पे कभी pressure आया या you used to feel that burden somehow के responsibility का कि मैं देख रहा हूँ कि मेरे parents इतनी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, they're working 2 jobs, father toil कर रहे हैं, like क्या pressure कैसा पर आया, like what were you going through as a young child? कुछ याद है या it's too?
Although I was very observative एंड मतलब मुझे ये था कि हाँ माय फैमिली इज गोइंग थ्रू अ लॉट, माय पेरेंट्स आर गोइंग थ्रू अ लॉट एंड बट पेरेंट्स की ओर से कभी ये प्रेशर नहीं आया कि हाँ बेटा आई मीन वी आर डूइंग सो मच थिंग्स फॉर यू, तो यू शुड रियली कंसंट्रेट ऑन योर स्टडीज। कभी उनकी तरफ से कोई रोड ब्लॉक नहीं आया, कोई प्रेशर नहीं आया कि नहीं तुम्हें ये करना ही करना है। They said that you choose your own way, but I mean your life is in your hand. We can just take care of your studies, and rest depends on you. So it depends on how you shape your career, how wisely you take decisions in life.
एंड अद्वैत, आपको मैं जब से जानता हूँ मुझे एक सीरियस अद्वैत दिखता है, एक रिजर्व सा अद्वैत दिखता है। क्या ये अद्वैत जब छोटा था तो थोड़ी सी शैतानी करते थे कि नहीं? Were you a naughty child or were you a studious child? कैसे के बच्चे थे? मिक्स थे। तो एक यार बता दो कि आपकी कोई शैतानी की बात तो बताओ, कुछ तो किया होगा।
जैसे बच्चों को नानी का घर बड़ा पसंद होता है, तो इट वाज इन लेट 80s, आई थिंक 87 और 88, 1987 88। उस वक्त ब्लैक एंड वाइट टीवी चलते थे, कलर टीवी आने लगे थे अभी मार्केट में। तो नानी के घर में एक डायनोरा टीवी का सेट होता था, जिसमें
टिक 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 करके वैसे बंद हो जाता था
हॉल की तरफ, वो जो पर्दा खुलता है ना, तो मतलब वो टीवी था। तो one day I was playing with a table, a tea table. तो मैं उसको कार बना करके ऐसे रहा था and I just hit it into the TV. वो टीवी टूट गया।
वो तेरी बड़ी डांट पड़ी होगी भाई।
So that was the only TV in the entire house.
हाउस के शायद मोहल्ले में भी।
But during those days, Ramayana was telecasted. So my जो मेरे नाना जी थे, he immediately upgraded for a color TV.
वाह, फिर तो so Advait was responsible, घर में कलर टीवी आया।
so जो भी शैतानियाँ की वो नानी के घर में की, अपने घर में कभी शैतानी नहीं की।
अच्छा,
अपने घर में
मार पड़ती थी आपको? बता नहीं रहे।
When I was 4 years old, so उस वक्त पार्ले जी बड़ा फेमस होता था।
हाँ, अभी भी है।
अभी भी है। So we used to have पार्ले जी in our breakfast. तो my measurement criteria was that I used to fix as many biscuits as I can between this socket, right? So between this thumb and this finger. So at that point of time, 6 biscuits आते थे इस पैकेट में।
छोटे से आते।
तो जैसे ही पैकेट खुलता था मैं 6 बिस्किट ले लेता था। ये तो भाई मेरे हैं, बाकी आप लोग हैं।
क्या बात है। अच्छा जी, अब जी हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। हमारा बचपन निकला नटखट सा नॉर्मल बचपन जैसे कहते हैं। हम मदर के स्कूल में पढ़ते थे, अब हम कॉलेज की तरफ आते हैं। कॉलेज में क्या हुआ?
So I was always a very shy person, never confident. I remember, though I studied in co-ed, I never dared to talk to the girls. मतलब मैं बहुत ही डरता था। लड़कों से भी मेरी लिमिटेड ही बातचीत होती थी, and sense of humor was never there in me. I was very simple, kind of boring kind of person. Yeah, उससे दूर ही रहना पसंद करेगा, so things like that. So when I passed my +2, I scored 82% in +2. But since I was in a general category, so I got a paid seat in Lucknow University. And I opted for Bachelor of Science in Computer and Mathematics. So again, that was also co-ed. I somehow completed those 3 years.
मतलब किसी तरह आपने लड़कियों के साथ काट लिए वो 3 साल बिना बात किए।
Yeah, I mean, one girl used to live, I mean, just 3-4 houses near to my house. So I never spoke to that girl throughout the 3 years of my bachelor's. So and that was the time when I started liking myself. That उस वक्त मुझे थोड़ा सा कपड़े पहनने का ढंग आया.
अच्छा,
I should look decent. So I started caring for myself.
Sir, जवानी आ गई.
So my other friends used to say कि यार बड़ा decent सा लड़का है, साइकिल उठा करके यूनिवर्सिटी आ जाता है. मोहल्ले वाले देखते होंगे तो कहता है हाँ decent सा है कुछ. रोज जाता है अपने पढ़ाई लिखाई पे जो भी है. So that was the time I started being self-conscious, and I started working on my shortcomings in order to improve myself.
अच्छा, so कुछ आया कि मेरे को I'm too much of an introvert. I need to
I still am an introvert, but it was the period between 2000 and 2003. ये 3 साल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के थे जो आगे भी कंटिन्यूड रहे. बट हाँ, ये वो समय था जब मैंने एक्चुअली रियलाइज़ किया कि doesn't matter from where you are coming, but you have to cover miles if you want to succeed in life. So I mean, this journey is not going to be easy. So you have to cross.
So you were working on yourself.
Yes.
You started working on yourself, your self-improvement, you said, your personality, or अपने आप को like मतलब what did you do? Was it only grooming, or it was also an intellect? It was also a mind thing. कि मतलब did you work on your entire persona?
See, it was definitely a mind thing. I mean, because I was always calculative and observative. I always used to worry about what future has for me, right? So I was conscious enough to I mean, do well in my studies and to get a job as soon as possible.
So background भी ऐसे, conditioning भी ऐसी थी कि there would have been something on your at the back of your head कि यार मेरे को करना है, मेरे को करना ही करना है.
So I just wanted to support my parents as soon as it was possible. So somehow I completed my graduation, and I remember those days we had an Almira with a big mirror placed in front of its door. So I just used to, mummy school चली जाती थी, and I just used to stand in front of that mirror and speak to myself as if I am addressing an audience.
क्या बात है.
So I used to try. I tried speaking in English in front of the mirror, and that's how I started doing little exercises for my own grooming. And so इस तरह से graduation निकल गया.
अच्छा.
By the time,
सर मैं तो अभी तक सोच रहा हूँ कौन सी लड़की से बात की थी आपने, उसकी भी बता दी, 4 घर छोड़ के रहती थी, नाम नहीं बताया, पूरे बात अभी तक हमने बात नहीं की किस लड़की से, या कर ली थी अभी तक. और बाप रे. अच्छा सर, आगे बढ़ते. सर ग्रेजुएशन कर ली, नौकरी की उसके बाद या और पढ़ने चले?
So graduation was not good enough, but by the time I graduated, I started realizing that programming is not my cup of tea.
अच्छा.
Yeah, so earlier the thought was that I pursue my MCA after BSc, but
so BSc में programming ही करवाते हैं, right?
yeah, but we only learned C language.
C++ होगा उस समय, है ना?
So but somehow it could not generate
interest in you.
Right. So I came to know that I cannot proceed in this sector. So I decided to drop 1 year and prepare for MBA.
MBA? सीधा science से MBA?
Yeah, so this was the turning point in my life because it was totally against my nature, my upbringing, and
business side. MBA, Master of Business Administration you are, na? So you were never a businessman or a businessman's son, and suddenly सब कुछ change हो रहा है. ये decision कैसे लिया आपने? ये आपने लिया या आपके पेरेंट्स ने किसी ने
My parents
इन्फ्लुएंस किया?
never influenced me
हाँ.
to take any such decision. They were fine with anything that I was going to do. So, I was getting conscious that I have to be something, I have to be someone, I have to start earning. And when I realized that I cannot build a career in programming, so MCA was or BTech was just a meaningless thing for me. Then MBA was the only option that I was left with. And I knew that it is completely against my upbringing, my nature, and I have to work really hard. I have to entirely change myself if I want to pursue my career after doing the MBA.
मुझे अभी भी याद है ड्रैग, हम लोग कुछ हफ्ते पहले बैठे हुए थे एंड आपने मुझे कहा था कि आई ऑलवेज सरप्राइज माई सेल्फ बाई डूइंग थिंग्स अगेंस्ट माई नेचर, जो कोई सोच ही नहीं सकता मैं करूँगा, मैं कर जाता हूँ। ये क्या है आप में ये कला, ये क्या क्वालिटी है, ये कैसे, मतलब हाउ डू यू लाइक यू नो, एंड यू हैव डन दिस मेनी टाइम्स राइट, यू हैव टोल्ड मी कि बड़ी बड़ी यू टेक डिसीजंस which are totally against you know the conditioning you've been through, you know, तो ये कहाँ से आता है, ये जो अद्वैत के अंदर कुछ छुपा हुआ है, वो कहाँ है, क्या है?
I would say it's not a quality. I would just give credit to the flow of life. As things kept on happening in my life, I just started making some quick decisions. At times you have to really work hard to get something, to be something. When I realized that I cannot pursue MCA, I cannot build a career in programming, the only option that I was left with was pursuing an MBA. And I knew कि मुझे इसके लिए खुद को पूरी तरह से change करना पड़ेगा, a complete transformation I have to be through. So I had to work on my communication skills, I had to work on my traits, I had to work on my behavior, I had to work on my attitude, nature, everything. I remember at that point of time I was a pessimistic person. कि कोई भी life में situation आती थी, I always first used to see the negative side of it. कि यार अगर मैं इस चीज़ में
glass half full या half empty या half empty कहते हैं,
तो मैं हमेशा सबसे पहले नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट देखता था कि यार अगर ये नहीं हुआ या इसमें फेल हो गया तो क्या होगा. So this was me in 2003, 2004, 2005. But जैसे जैसे हम MBA जर्नी में आगे बढ़े, I completed 2 semesters. As soon as we entered into we were in the mid of 3rd semester.
4 semesters का होता है ना?
Yeah. And we were in the mid of the 3rd semester and I got placed.
अच्छा.
So, in fact,
ये पहली नौकरी थी?
yeah.
अरे वाह.
So in fact, in the batch of 125 students, I was the first guy to got placed from the campus.
क्या बात है. Yes.
So I got placed in an IT services company based in Mohali, Punjab.
क्या नाम था?
It was Smart Data Enterprises,
अच्छा.
run by Mr. Advait Upadhyay.
हाँ.
So he selected me for the business development department
अच्छा.
in the night shift.
अच्छा.
So my
वो
first
US के clients होते होंगे उनके, है ना?
so my first job was in the night shift.
अच्छा.
You won't believe that it took me 10 good months to establish myself in that job.
Sure.
Yeah, and 10 months was a big time because every night I used to think कि यार I'm not able to perform, मुझे निकाल दिया तो मैं कहाँ जाऊँगा, मैं क्या करूँगा, how will I pursue my career. तो एक तरफ मैं भगवान का शुक्रिया भी करता था कि मुझे जल्दी से जॉब मिल गई because when I was in MBA तो मेरा जो thought process था वो ये था कि यार MBA पूरा होते होते एक 8,000 रुपये महीने की जॉब लग जाए एंड फिर मैं मेहनत कर करके उसको बढ़ा लूँगा
जो नॉर्मली हर यंगस्टर सोचता है.
तो यही मेरा thought process था and exactly the same thing happened. When Smart Data hired me for an internship, they hired me at a stipend of 7,500 per month. And but like I said that it took me 10 months to start generating my interest, to develop some good required knowledge base, to perform in that job. But I would say that my seniors also kept their belief in me that okay, with the passage of time I'll be able to do it. So they kept their nerve, and after 10 months I got my first sales closer.
क्या बात है,
So
10 महीने लगे, खुशी तो बहुत हुई होगी.
Yeah, so 10 months and the first deal was of $10,000. So
जैसे कि लड़की ने हाँ कह दिया.
So developing a belief system about myself that yes, I can do it. I started learning more and more, and I started developing some unique things in my work profile. And I kept on receiving results as well. So I spent almost 6 years in Smart Data, and very soon I was part of their core team, which was named as Manthan. So probably I was the youngest most in that group, but my thoughts and my ideas, my thought process was on a correct path. That the CEO used to like the thought process, and one fine day he offered me कि भाई मेरे legal advisor बन जाओ.
Legal advisor.
So because I used to see the kind of background that I came with, so I was very genuine in my thought process and in my efforts कि जो भी दिमाग से निकलता था, so it was for the benefit of the other person, whoever I am working with.
Conditioning, संस्कार, जो एक thought process, mindset, वो एक father का जो hard working थे, एक mother जो एक teacher थी, वही background वही था, है ना?
Right. So it was in the blood, and so I continued with the same trend. That journey came to an end because I wanted to pursue.
So हाँ, अभी तो हम मजे वाले पार्ट पे आ रहे हैं कि वो एक अद्वैत जो हमने तो कहा था शुरू में कि एक स्मॉल टाउन से उठ के एक सुपर्ब कंपनी के मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर बने, तो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का कीड़ा कहाँ से अद्वैत की लाइफ में आया?
So like I said that business has never been in my blood. So this credit goes to my business partner, Shilpi Jain.
अच्छा.
She belongs to a business family.
अच्छा.
I mean, her father is in business since 1970s.
अच्छा. नहीं, आप शिल्पी से कैसे मिले?
So I met Shilpi in Smart Data only.
अच्छा.
Yeah.
अच्छा, you were working together and आप दोनों ने वहाँ सोचा कि आप कंपनी?
No, not actually.
अच्छा.
I mean, I left Smart Data in August 2011 for my own personal reasons.
अच्छा.
And unfortunately, after a month, Shilpi met with an accident, and she also had to leave Smart Data because of her health conditions.
Oh, अच्छा.
So, and then she formed Talentalgia with one of her common friends. And they both started working from Shilpi's house in Panchkula.
अच्छा, घर से जो हम वो सुनते हैं गैरेज से स्टार्ट किया बिजनेस, हाँ? Very nice.
So they started working, and they developed a team of 4 or 5 people.
अच्छा.
It was in 2012. And then one fine day I was sitting with Sanjeev, who is our common friend. Then he actually invited me. He revealed what he's doing. He and Shilpi are doing, and he, I mean, threw the offer to me कि हम ऐसा कुछ कर रहे हैं, see if you like to join us. So although I'm not quick at decision making, I avoid making decisions जब तक कि एक last stage नहीं आ जाती कि अब तो यार
करना ही है, जब बिल एंड मौके तक, मतलब last minute तक.
So I never thought of leaving Smart Data because वहीं पे मैंने अपना career develop किया था, but एक एक टाइम आया जब ऐसा लगने लगा कि आई वांट टू डू
More with my life.
more things and by gaining more learning and by executing many other things.
आजकल यंगस्टर्स भी यही सोच, कुछ स्टैग्नेशन आ जाती है कहीं पर, कुछ लगता है कि स्टिमुलेशन नहीं हो रहा है, एक ही चीज हम कर ही जा रहे हैं, ग्रोथ पाथ खत्म हो जाता है.
Right. So that kind of a platform was not being offered at that point of time to me in Smart Data. So otherwise, I always respect all the people there with whom I worked, because जो भी सीखा वही से सीखा. Then I started assisting one of my friends and I helped him for about a year and a half.
अच्छा.
And in fact, I and Sanjeev both assisted him.
अच्छा. So अभी टैलेंट एजेंट में आप नहीं आए थे? 2011 और 2012 के बीच का टाइम बताया. अच्छा.
And we, in a very quick time, we made him grow around 250%.
Oh.
Yeah.
क्या बात है.
So in just
अभी so cool ना. Wow, that's amazing.
18 months time, he achieved 250% growth, and then both I and Sanjeev left from there as well. So and then by that time, Shilpi had started something from her house.
वही जो
Yeah.
4-5 लोग की
After
टीम
leaving Smart Data, she also gained some experience by working in some other IT companies there for a year. And then she started this proprietorship firm, Advait Technologies. And Sanjeev started assisting her. And I think in 3-4 months' time, they told me that they're doing something like this, and if I'm interested, I can come and join them. So I thought that this is the right age to take risk in life. I was just 29 years old at that point in time. I thought that if it doesn't work out, I may
I still have a lot. हाँ, ये youngsters को भी यही सोचना चाहिए कि अगर करना है तो करना है.
Yeah.
You still have so much life ahead of you. Right? So
there was an option to go back to the job at any point of time. So, but then I said yes, let's try it.
So आप 3 लोग पार्टनरशिप में आ गए.
Yes.
अच्छा.
So we came into partnership and we really started doing well, because whatever we learned at Smart Data, so we were able to adapt that learning, and we were able to perform in that capacity.
Very nice.
So we quickly added around 15 to 20 people in our team.
अच्छा.
And then we filled a tender, which was, I mean, opened by the central government in 2013. 2012. And we created a detailed proposal for that. There was a building in Chandigarh IT Park, EDC,
मुझे पता है.
Entrepreneur Development.
Yes. बड़े जोर शोर से आया था उसके, सारा उनका था स्टार्टअप्स के लिए, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के लिए, क्या वो काम करो उधर से.
Right. So it was a central government initiative. So we filled that tender, and luckily we got selected.
Very nice.
And among 19 companies, we were also one of them who actually got an office space under the category of a young entrepreneur company.
Very nice.
At the EDC IT Park.
So ये था start entrepreneurship का, और government से भी थोड़ी सी recognition मिली.
Yes, and
must be a proud moment for you guys.
Absolutely. That was the first biggest achievement, I would say, was there in our entrepreneurship journey as a young startup.
Very nice.
And luckily, we did work hard for it. But for the 3 consecutive years, we were rated as the top performing young entrepreneur company in that building from 2013 to 2016.
क्या बात है. अच्छा.
So they even, SPIC Center of Chandigarh, Punjab University, they even invited us to mentor other startups. So it all happened, but since it was a government initiative, central government initiative. So that now they did not agree to extend our stay in that building after June 2016. So then we had to look for another place for our office.
So फिर आप पहुंचे जहाँ पर आप पैदा हुए। आज टैलेंटेड किधर है? Like you know, जर्नी तो इतनी मुश्किल रही है, इतनी दिलचस्प रही है। आज टैलेंटेड है किधर? Where are you?
See, as India is a,
Growing.
yeah, I mean,
Growing economy, I would say.
it's a democratic.
अच्छा, democracy. अच्छा.
So it's for the people, by the people. So it was our intention as well कि हम ऐसा कुछ बनाना चाहते थे where like-minded people can come together.
अच्छा.
And they can develop a good skill set, a good career profile for themselves.
Very nice.
And obviously every business has some clients. So we wanted to serve clients in a unique manner where we can provide them some value add and we can help them in growth of their business through our services.
कितनी अच्छी सोच है कि जो आपके साथ टीम काम कर रही है उनको भी आप वैल्यू दे रहे हैं और जो क्लाइंट्स आपके साथ जुड़ रहे हैं उनको भी आप पूरी वैल्यू देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। Wonderful, wonderful.
Right. So we started working on win-win-win philosophy.
अच्छा.
So, where the first win is for our team. That first we have to take care of them. Because when they are being taken care of, they take good care of our clients. So the second win is for our clients.
क्या बात है?
And जब ये दोनों जीतते हैं तो business अपने आप
ही चल जाता है। Win 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 win. अडवैट जी ने आज सारा वो कर दिया, खोल दिया राज कि कैसे एक सक्सेसफुल कंपनी को चलाना है। तो आज टैलेंटेड जे कितना बड़ा हो गया अडवैट जी?
So we're a team of around 100 people.
Wow, 100 companies, amazing, century.
And this year we have completed 10 years of our operation.
क्या बात है मुबारक सर.
And this year we have also touched a million mark.
और ये होती है win win win. 100 लोग 10 years and $1 million कर दी ना win win win. क्या बात है. अच्छा.
But we have kept some very aggressive growth targets for the company. That we want to achieve 300% growth over the next 3 years.
क्या बात है.
And journey so far has been, I would say, it was not a steep growth, but there has always been a regular growth in our journey so far. And we really appreciate that because we did see some tough times as well. Because being a young entrepreneur company, people take time to develop their interest and confidence in you. They take time to start believing you, right? Be it your employees, your team members, prospective candidates, or maybe the prospective clients. Nobody wants to work with the startups.
बिल्कुल ठीक है. टाइम लगता है डेवलप करने का. एक इमेज, एक रेपुटेशन, एक credibility, trust, credibility, authority. Right.
But we always went through a good mix of behavioral traits and our learnings. So it always helped us to concentrate on bigger things, and we always motivated our people to stay positive and to deliver something extraordinary, and it always kept on helping us. Now I think over the last 10 years we have served the international clients spread across 30 major countries.
क्या बात है. 30 geographies.
Yes.
Wow, amazing.
And North America is obviously the biggest business territory for us, followed by Australia and the European Union. So we are right now into the expansion mode, and we are looking at the geographical expansion.
So अडवैट जी ने बड़े क्लियरली कहा है मुझसे गर्ल एडवाइस नहीं लेनी है. इन्होंने तो कॉलेज में गर्ल से बात ही नहीं की, ठीक है ना. बट इनसे जो हम एडवाइस ले सकते हैं वो है कि कैसे एक सक्सेसफुल वेंचर बनाते हैं. Veggie, if you are if somebody is listening to this and if somebody is viewing this, and if you are addressing the people who you feel can join Talent Asia today, what would you want to say to them? ये कुछ लोग हैं जो आके टैलेंट एशिया के साथ काम करना चाहते हैं, उनको आप क्या कहना चाहोगे?
So, anybody who believes in a mutual growth perspective, who believes in developing a good profile, a good career, a good skills for themselves over a period of time, and
Very nice.
whoever believes in a mutual journey, whoever believes in a team spirit, I think they all are prospective people for us.
Wonderful, wonderful. Sign language में मेरी सिस्टर ने मुझे कल सिखाया, ये होता है W, and टैलेंट एशिया के पास तो 3 W हैं, win, win और फिर से win. Very nice. और सर हमारे प्यारे से viewers का छोटा सा चैनल है, but प्यारे से viewers के लिए any advice for the youngsters?
So to the youngsters, I just want to say that see, life is tough, but if we go with a plan, we can really make it easy.
Wow.
Tough things can be easily executed if we systematically and if we go systematically and if we plan a little, right? So we should give importance to a systematic planning in our life, and we should always give respect to stability and patience.
क्या बात?
I think this is
Planning, stability and patience. क्या बात?
I think this is what is lacking in today's generation because
They have been conditioned differently. आपकी
Right.
conditioning अलग थी, उनकी conditioning अलग है, but they'll get there. They'll find their peace with what they have to do. But I love what you said. The planning. Your main points are planning. I forgot.
planning is there, and then patience is there,
Patience.
and
यही तो उनमें है नहीं.
but this is what we have seen. I mean, in 10 years of our journey, there are people who have been associated with us for the last 10 years, 9 years, 8 years. So they have been having a wonderful journey with us.
इस पे मैं भी ऐड करना चाहूँगा सर, आपके पेशेंस वाले वर्ड से. क्या करूँ, टीचर का बेटा हूँ मैं भी, रुका ही नहीं चाहता. ऐसे थोड़े ही मेरा नाम प्रोफेसर जीवी बन गया. मेरी दादी ने और अब मेरे मदर भी बोलते हैं, 2 ही वर्ड सिखाए, इतने प्यारे वर्ड्स हैं. पहला वर्ड है सर शुक्र. शुक्र जो हमारे पास है, gratitude for what we have. आपने जो भी पाया है, you've had some luck along the way, somebody guiding you, somebody holding your hand, and we should have gratitude for that. And दूसरा जो आपने ही बताया, सब्र. शुक्र और सब्र. सब्र होता है पेशेंस. जो आप चाहते हैं लाइफ में, अगर एडवाइट जी की एडवाइस लेंगे एंड प्लान करके चलेंगे, तो you will get that. Eventually you will get that. And उसके लिए सब्र रखो, थोड़ी सी पेशेंस रखो, and life will be beautiful. It's great. हाँ जी, बताइए.
One more thing that on a regular basis you have to keep on challenging yourself, because when you challenge yourself, you know the condition that this is something that you want to achieve in life, right? So you condition yourself accordingly. If you challenge yourself, okay, I have to learn this, I have to perform this, I have to make it happen, then you will put your wise efforts, your conscious efforts towards achieving that thing, right?
Wonderful.
So
challenge yourself. And मैं तो पूछना चाहूँगा, what are you challenging yourself with? एडवेंट जी कह रहे हैं अपने आप को चैलेंज करो, अलग सोचने के लिए चैलेंज करो, कुछ पाने के लिए चैलेंज करो, अपने आप को पुश करो. एंड मैं आज आपको क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ, कमेंट्स में डालिए, व्हाट आर यू चैलेंजिंग योरसेल्फ टू बी, एंड यू कैन बिकम दैट. Advait, let's bring this lovely, my story session with your story session to an end. Thank you so much for being on the Professor GV show. If you liked, what you saw, please do subscribe. We, spend a lot of time, effort creating this for you. We would love it if you support us. Subscribe, and as always, let's unleash the power of stories.
Thank you.